Let's see the quick demo of inventory management system using the ReactPy, right? And here what we have built, like we have built actually inventory management system where we can add that item along with the quantity and price, and also I can sell it over here, whatever inventory I can sell it. So let me add quickly new item, for example chicken, right? And in the chicken, for example 20, and price would be 120. And once you add, we are able to see the new inventory item is added, right, along with their price and this. And also user can able to sales, and once you sales, so that quantity would be less, right? So for example I want to sell up 10 quantity, right? So once you sell it, I'm able to see what I sold and what the price of that. So that also it we can log it over here. And also see, previously it was 20, so now it's whatever sales actually they are deducted and minus it over here. And similar, if I want to sell completely, suppose for I want to sell all that items, so once you sell, now see, once I sold out, so now quantity is 0, and even we are not able to do any sale for this item. So this functionality also we have created in here using this ReactPy. And yeah, let's sell some other items, for example apples, so 5, and sell it. So yeah, I sold it 5 items, now 5 is remaining. So like that actually we will build this complete app in ReactPy. So how we can do that, we can show you. It is very easy. So for that, so go to my channel, which is .NET real world example, right? And here if you want to learn many other things over there, so you can learn, like as if you want to build a game, if you want to build a full stack application like front end, back end, .NET applications. So many things actually you can learn it. And many also is a uh, Python session also I just created over there, so you can learn many things over there. So yeah, so let's get start to implementation. So here, this official website of ReactPy, right? And what is that actually ReactPy? So before I start, so I'll just give you little ideas of that, like what is the React app. Actually ReactPy is a library building your user interface in Python without JavaScript. So this is that main advantage of this ReactPy, and it is very simple to use it. So for that, what I need to do, simply I can just open a folder, right? So let me open any particular folder and create a project folder over here, for example React, or like IMS, like, okay, yeah, inventory management system in React py, ReactPy, yeah, demo. I think that's demo is fine. And go to that folder and just open in a VS Code or any editor. So let me open it in a VS Code. I have a VS Code, so you can just open it anywhere. So let me open that. So once you open, now see, here I have nothing over there, right? So simple is a empty folder and nothing is over there. So if you go back to this here, right? So see, it is simply how I can just create our interface in our Python. So what I need to do, simply I can use it this ReactPy package, and simply I can use this HTML and whatever that tag and things actually if you want, so you can use it simple. So first I'll show you how I can just simply use this one. So for that, actually if you go to that, there's a one actually installation command which we required, so which is that, okay? So simply you have to install that ReactPy package. So copy that, go back to uh, your project and open any terminal. So go to open this terminal over here and close this, okay? And I simply just install this package like this way. So once you install this package, now see, I have completely installed this package. Once you're done, simply nothing we have to do, that just create a file, for example main.py, okay? And in this main.py, what I'll do, I'll just whatever package I just import it, right? So that I just need to get back. So for example, if you go back to over here, for example, where is that? Okay, here. So let me just copy complete code, like for understanding perspective. Later on we'll just build that complete inventory management system so that you can get more idea. So see, I just import ReactPy from this component HTML and run, right? And I just decorate with this as a component for this my function. This is my actually function, and this run, actually the run function will be call your component. That's it. I think this is very easy to understand level. So if you run this application, so let me just clear that so that you can see that clear view. And here simply run like python main dot py, right, and hit enter. Okay, so what I observe, like see, as I fire this command, it is not opening, just because see, whatever things I just added in this file, it is not saved. So let me save it first. Okay, so once you save, now see, here was previously it was something in a light system, and also that has gone. And then once you gone, now let me hit enter. So see, just start to unicorn running package running on this port, like it is a local host and all. So simply I can just open it, and you are able to see here whatever HTML actually you are trying to return, it is returning in this browser, right? So this is that actually beauty and that advantage over there. So now let's quickly move it to that our inventory management system. So how we can easily move create a inventory real world example so that you can get some idea, right? So for that let me close this application, right? And also just close that browser a little. I think I have to little zoom it for you. Yeah, so little zoom it so that you can easily see my code over there. Okay, so I this package is fine, but uh, this component actually we have to modify. So before that, actually I'll just remove this actually this one. Okay, and I'll just create this component. For example, I want to as a component for inventory, right? So I'll just create a inventory, right? And also see, it is just providing that auto completion, but I'm not using that auto completion. So for that, what I'll do first, first actually I'll just create an in memory object over here. So let me just create a in memory object over there. And yeah, so let me create a in memory object, and for that in memory object, let me create a some object over here. As of now I'll use that in memory, but yeah, later on I'll just use, or let me close this terminal also. Yeah, so later on I'll just use that API or database and all, right? So for initial understanding, I think it is better to understand like how I can create this app with using ReactPy. Okay, and as of now, see, I'm using that hooks, right? And hooks actually available that use state, so that manage that state, right? So for that actually we can use it over here as a hooks. So let me import that, and once you import, now see, I'm good to go. And then I'll just create some other hooks also, like, because see, this feature we have that particular things, right? For example, also very important actually that formatting, because Python actually it's working on the formatting only. Okay, so now see, it is complaining because it is not properly formatting. So what I'll do, simply I can just format my inventory one. So once you see it is just a formatting, so it's gone. Okay, because Python is very conscious of that formatting. Okay, so once you're done, now see, I just create sales, set sales name, set new name, new quantity, new price, actually whatever that I see in a demo, right? So whatever that input property, so that I just create a that variables and all as a use state. Okay, and now second things, I just want to track that sales, right? So for that sales, what I can do, so simply I have to just create another use state for sale quantity. Okay, so let me use that variables over there for that sale input, right? So if I use the sale input, Now we are good to go to start our function, okay, which can handle our all that features, right? So first I'll just handle for these features, for example, okay. So I want to handle this quantity input of each inventory, and also update that sales input, right? So for that I have to just create a one function which is handle this. So let me create a one function, right? So handle sale quantity change. So I'll just create this handle quantity change which will handle our sales quantity, right? And similar, once you're done, now I have to create another function which is called something handle new inventory, right? So here we will handle that new inventory along with that validations and all. So let me I don't want to create actually that writing a code because it is very difficult, right? Not a difficult actually, it will take us some time. So let me just copy paste over here. Now see, but I'll explain that. Now see, if I talk about handle quantity, it's just using the handle whatever that event, and this event I'm just getting that value from that our events, right? Whatever target and value, and based on that value I'm just try to set input, right? And this is that input variable, that's it. Similar add quantity, here I'm just using, if first I'm checking actually, and then I'm just using try catch block and then get that input price, right? And also if it is any exception and all, so I can return back, or also see it is that max value and all, I'm just detecting, and it is then whatever that set inventory over here, see our variable, right? So we just add that whatever that new item, I'm just set this over here, and rest of this field I'm just empty, that's it, right? It is very cool and very easy. And now moving to that next function, which is we can say that handle sales actually. So let me create that sales mechanism also. This is just input and then handle selling an item for that inventory, right? So now we have to just create another function which will handle the sales. So let me copy paste that also over there. Cool. And now see over here I'll just create another function, but yeah, make sure it is proper formatting. And yeah, once you're done, now see, simply I'm just sell item, whatever items, right? And based on that item I'm just setting that quantity, and again try catch, if it is error so return back, and if it is not then simply update a empty object and then iterating to that, right? And after that we are just updating over there based on that our sales, and if it is any sold greater than 0, so we are just simply set this one, right? So this is just function, you can go through that, I'm not going into the detail because it is a simple Python code, but we are focusing actually how we can use the ReactPy in this Python to use our interface without JavaScript and all, right? So now once you complete your sales method also, now we are good to go to create our UI. Okay, so let me go for that UI. So for UI, let me create a one section here, we'll just create our UI. Okay, this is a UI section, and first let me create one main div over there, because see all the UIs we have to return as a div, right? So let me just create a one div over there, right? So this is the div, I'm just creating using that HTML, and I'm getting that HTML from this package ReactPy, and using that HTML and using the div, and I'm just specify some style over here and like that. Okay, next I'll just create a card component over there. So how we can just create a card component, I'll just adding actually, these are things actually to understanding perspective. So let me show you for this here. So here the another section would be, I'll just create a card component. Okay, so let me just create a card component, and inside this card component, so here I just simply create a HTML div, actually it is a card container, we'll just specify over here with that styles and all. So here you can just simply style, and also just ensure it is okay. So it is asking to, it is missing to this. Okay, that is fine, that we will add in the last, but first let me just create everything over there. Okay, and then I'll just create a app title over there. So let me yeah, so app title would be something over there. So I'm just creating a app title over there. See, simple, using the HTML and that style, whatever the style, and in the last I'm just using this inventory management system in a ReactPy, right? And ensure your formatting, right? So this is very important. Actually, I can just formatting like this way. Okay, and make sure it is proper alignment. Yeah, I think it is fine. Okay, so once you're done, now go back to that next step for yeah, for add a new items, right? So add a new items as a flags, not a flags actually, that headers. So let me add that section over there. So here I can just simply another s2 tag and just edit over here, right? And also again make sure it is proper formatting. That's it. And then what I can do, I have to just add a form over there, like so. See, this is just simply I'm just adding that label, and after that what I'll do, I'll just create add item form input button, right? So how we can do that? Simply again I just required some div, and inside that few HTML, right? So let me just create that, and let me explain that how actually we are doing. Okay, so see, I just create another div, okay, and whatever that is style, and then using in this side div that input for this, right, for that name, right? So this is name, and also it is getting from that name field, and this is quantity field. And also see, on change we are using this set new quantity, right, which can use this target and value, and we already created this, set this value in this set value, right? And then we can use as a event, right? And this is on change function also, right? And this is input field also, and it is just finally button, where I can just sell that button, right? Or sorry, add that new item, right? So here you can just simply like this way you can just decorate, right? So once you decorate, now what I'll do, once I just create a new item, I have to show in the table, right? So for this table, let me just create, okay, so let me just create for table section over there. Okay, so here the table section, and let me go to here, and for table let me add simply as a label for this table. So for that you can just use this, right? And don't worry about that, I'll share this complete code on the HTML and all, so that you can just check out and see. And now see, this is a table headers over there, and also ensure it is proper alignment. Yeah, it is proper alignment. Cool. And yeah, it is good. And then we have to create a item, table item over there. So let me add this table item over there, right? And in this table item, let me go to here and just create a table with this style. So okay, so here see, I'm just pasting some code for table, and it is slightly little big actually. So yeah, simply I can use this html.table, and whatever style, background and all on this table you can use it. And then I can use this table row. This is table row, and also table row, if you want you can just add your table row with this your font and all and style and all, right? And then this is table, sorry, it is table header, and this is table row. And in this table row, see, whatever table row, I'm just item binding over this item value, right? And it is just binding over this table, right, as we have that item on the top. And here simply I can just bind everything for this table header, and that's it. And see, this is that item. Actually we are calling for enumerator using this inventory and getting this item, and this item actually I'm trying to bind in this table. So this is also is a good things. Actually you can learn it, okay, how we can bind as a table this collections, right? So once you're done, now the final section actually for the sales. Now see, inventory is completed, right? So now go to that for that sales. So I'll using this sales logs over here, right? And this sales log again I'll just add labels for that sales log. So let me add that. So this is sales log for this sales, and again let me decorate this formatting and go to that next line. Okay, and in this next line what I'll do, I'll just list of this sales. Okay, so I'll just show that whatever sales I have done, so as a list. Okay, so for that again I have to just using that whatever, if you want to list using that as a list, so you can use a on a table, and but as of now I'll just using from here as a underline, or no bullet, as I using that bullet things and UI, right? So I'm using this html.ull ul, right? And also see, it is asking to this is missing, but yeah, don't worry about that. I'll just add on the end of the end of this here. And then last things actually over there, we have to add that whatever that item each sales message is no sales, right? Suppose for example there is a no sales as of happening, right? So it will prompt you at end of that line, actually there is a no sales. Okay, so for that how we can just get it? So simply you can use the array over here and use that HTML li again, and also just decorate this. So yeah, I think this is fine, and I think this is fine. Okay, and here see, simply what I trying to do, HTML li, right? And this HTML li just checking with this style, and here just whatever sale item, if it is available that is fine, if it is not available simply is no sales, right? And once the design is completed, now we have to close that all that open parenthesis, right? So this is one, let me fix that. Then again this also I think three was open. Now see, three was closed perfectly, and then we have to call this. See, this is app previously we have to use, but now we have to change this new method which is inventory. So let me copy this name and go back to in the last and just change it to this. Okay, and now cool. And also see, it is specify also port and all, but as of now I don't record anything. So simply I can save it, and it looks good, I guess. So what I'll do, go to that terminal, go to that new terminal, and here I'll just check it is running or not. If it is not, then I think it's already there. Okay, so it is there. So let me close all that old terminal, and then simply I can just run our application this. Okay, cool. Now there is no error and all, and if I just click that, now see, perfectly running our application over here. And let me see that functionality is working or not. So what I can do, simply I can just sold out. For example, this is 15 items, so I'll want to sold 10 item, and once it's sold, now see, it is sold, and also decrease that your quantity and adding in your log. Even if I want, if we want to see is there any error and all in the terminal, now see, there is a no error and all. So it is also is a connection open, and 200 is okay. Now see, it's 200 is okay, and everything it is logged also over here. And yeah, and simply if I want to add new item, for example, let me item is ice cream. Okay, so now is the summer season, so I think ice cream is good. And here I'll add entity 50, price would be 30 rupees per head, and now 50 is there. And if I want to sell this ice cream is 30, of today's sales, now see, is less, and now remaining is pending, right? So now see, it is perfectly working, there is no issue. And now this is the way actually you can just create your application in using the ReactPy with the without JavaScript and all in the Python. Very easy, right? And so far it's fine for this session, but yeah, in upcoming session, whatever actually I'm using this in our here, I'll use that API and all. And if you don't aware that API and all in Python, and also I'm especially recommend, there's a couple of session in my channel, go to that fast API and all, you can just look at that. But yeah, I think that will do in upcoming session. So till now, thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.